Hello, this video is brought to you by my supporters on Patreon and my members on YouTube. Minasan, arigatou gozaimasu. My name is Kurt. Today's the 30th day of November 2023, and this is my Good Life meditation, an exercise that I do each and every morning a little bit after waking up. It's now 4:53 a.m. I do this to remember my life objectives and principles, those which are outlined in my book, Going Alone. Should be getting a new copy soon. I also, you can get a copy in the link. You can get a new copy yourself if you want in the link in the description. I also use this time to think about the last 24 hours, including last night, to see how I did with the various challenges and opportunities that I met, especially the ones that took me by surprise, how I handled them when they took me all of a sudden, or approached me all of a sudden, hit me all of a sudden. I then ready myself for the coming day, and then prepare myself for death. It sounds very ominous. But before I do any of that, I like to read a poem. I'm going to read one more time the poem from John Keats called To Autumn, which I think this is the fourth reading. It's starting to sink in. There we go. To Autumn. Season of mists and mellow fruitfulness, close bosom friend of the maturing sun, conspiring with him how to load and bless with fruits the vines that round the thatch eaves run, to bend with apples the mossed cottage trees, and fill all fruit with ripeness to the core, to swell the gourd and plump the hazel shells with a sweet kernel, to set budding more, and still more, later flowers for the bees, until they think warm days will never cease, for summer has o'er-brimmed their clammy cells. Who hath not seen thee oft mind thy store? Sometimes whoever seeks abroad may find thee sitting careless on a granary floor, thy hair soft lifted by the winnowing wind, or on a half-reaped furrow, sound asleep, drowsed with the fume of poppies, while thy hook spares the next swath and all its twined flowers. And sometimes, like a gleaner, thou dost keep steady thy leaden head across a brook, or by the cider press, with patient look, thou watchest the last oozings, hours by hours. Where are the songs of spring? Aye, where are they? Think not of them. Thou hast thy music too, while barred clouds bloom in soft-dyed day, and touch the stubble plains with rosy hue. Then in a wailful choir the small gnats mourn among the river sallows, borne aloft or sinking as the light wind lives in or dies, and full-grown lambs loud bleat from hilly bourne, hedge crickets sing, and now with treble soft the red breast whistles from a garden croft, and gathering swallows twitter in the skies. Well, good gosh, this might now be my favorite poem of all time. So what was I doing to mark such? I was doing something to mark poetry that I really liked, and that kind of thing. Oh, I was just highlighting the titles in yellow. Yeah. That might now be my favorite poem. It took 4 passes for it to really sink in all 1, 2, 3, all 3 stanzas. That's Autumn. One more Navy said. I might even read it again tomorrow. Damn it. Now I can't talk. These are the moments now that I live for. To be rendered speechless by poetry. This is how I want to spend the rest of my life. Feeling like this. I'm sorry, I just can't. I can't bring myself to do it. I don't know what to do. I could force myself to move on, but I don't want to leave this feeling behind. I know that if I start what I need to do, this moment will pass. I don't want it to pass. Okay. I know it exists, though. So, all right. Yesterday and last night, I slept fine. Yesterday was a good day. The Good Life Creed. My 8 objectives are to be always ready to die, to make good and effective use of time, to develop and maintain good and sound life principles, to cultivate good emotional reactions, to perform good actions, to recognize true limits and true opportunities, to do just one thing at a time, and do that thing slowly and deliberately and carefully, and to keep my balance. My 35 principles are war, reason, homunculus, anchor hold, home of good and evil, purpose, atomic principle, principle of nature, the pyroride, maturity, social principle, family, public speaking, temperance, life will not go well, the horror show, that which must be born, the feast of Offal, distraction, agency in the great indifference, the best seat in the house, the restless man, the path of wildness, the great life adventure, the risk of avoiding risk, sin and damnation, complete oblivion, the season of philosophy, script writing, the bullseye aim, the uphill climb, arena and utility, nothing is enough, and being prepared. As for today's readiness, it's a day of work. I will finish all my morning work, do my job, and during my break, and in the evening, during my break, I'll rest. I might be able to send out a couple of YouTube shorts. In the evening, I'll go for a swim, and then I'll spend the evening with my wife and begin the weekend in earnest. Am I ready for death? My affairs are in order. My relationships are sound, and my life's work is complete, so I'm ready. I'll finish for now. I wish you all the best. Be safe, but not too safe. I will move forward and up. I will rarely stop, and I will never